It's the Linemakers on Sporting News.
Hi, welcome to the Linemakers on Sporting News. I'm Micah Roberts. Joining me is Hugh Citron. Hugh and I actually started writing tickets together over 20 years ago at Circus, and he went on to Mandalay Bay and was the first guy to ever put up odds on the UFC. Hugh, how you doing?
Great, Micah. How you doing? Getting ready for that big card, December 29th. I can't wait. Heavyweight championship on the line between Junior Dos Santos and Cain Velasquez.
Now tell me some of the early beginnings when you first put the line up.
Well, absolutely. Early on, getting information on UFC fights wasn't the easiest thing to do. I remember the first time we did the Ortiz-Matashenko fight at Mandalay Bay, and we put up 3 fights. We weren't really sure how much action we were going to get. It was completely something new. I had to kind of make the lines off of just what I knew with the fighters, and it was amazing that we got such amazing two-way action on all the fights, and I think from that night on, UFC and Nevada and betting was on its way.
Now, some of the differences between boxing and UFC, obviously, there's more UFC events than boxing. Tell us about some of the differentials as far as the betting patterns of the.
Well, you're right on that, Micah. But definitely, the UFC fans bet as many bets as the boxing fans, but they like to make more. They'll make more of the parlays throughout the night. There's 11 fights. The UFC fans, different from boxing, they get there for the whole card. So in order to get a lot of bets on, they'll make parlays to keep the night going through, and then they'll come back out of the arena sometimes and get parlays even on the later fights. But you still have a lot of people who do play their bigger straight bets on the UFC. Just not yet in the dollar amounts that the boxing has, but it's closing in because there's more UFC cards. So over a year, the UFC has become a huge impact on sports books right now in the fighting world.
It really has. It's made a big impression. A lot more cards, a lot more bouts out there, and the following's huge. December 29th, MGM Grand Arena. We got, looks like Dos Santos, $1.50 favorite. Give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, no doubt, Micah. The line looks about right based on the fact Junior Dos Santos, he did knock him out in the first fight last November. He caught him with a shot. Cain got caught. The difference between this and boxing is guys do get caught. So kind of throw that out for handicapping purposes. Cain Velasquez has a big chance in this fight. He came up the first fight. He looked like he was probably the guy, Micah, who was going to win that fight. Yep. But he got caught. Anything can happen. Look for Cain to get back to his basics, wrestling and his superior cardio. If he can take this fight down and get this to about the 4th or 5th round, don't be surprised if Cain wins this on the judges' card, or maybe even get a ground and pound stop from the top position.
That's great information. This is the man who did it first, and he still knows his stuff. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week.